The Edmonton boy, Luke Harris, up against a much more experienced fighter, but as you mentioned, he's really been working hard in the last year.
Well, if you take a look right now, he's coming in as Jiu-Jitsu gi. He's got his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is the owner-operator of Hayabusa Fightwear. It is probably one of the most worldwide recognized MMA brands here in the MMA world. And Dan Torture Chambers, the loss I was trying to come together with was Andrew Buckland. And it all started with that loss to Buckland. Buckland devastated him with a really nasty Kimura, and it was kind of downhill from that for Chambers. So let's see what he does against Luke Harris. And Luke Harris is not going to be an easy fight. Luke Harris is very, very dominant on the ground, amazing strength. And if it's got to go stand up, well, you know what? Luke Harris is not scared to throw punches. Obviously training with Tim, the thrashing machine Hague. So let's see what happens tonight. Fans, you're about to see a human specimen when he comes in this cage. AJ, there's no cheeseburgers that are going in this guy's body.
You got that, buddy. Eat it up. There's no soup. Doing good.
Well, this should be a good way to end the night here at Rexall Place. As Harris makes his way into the cage, goes over, and walks right past his opponent, Chambers.
Off guard, groin protection.
Yep.
As we get set for the referee's instructions momentarily.
Hey, towel.
Harris needs to be toweled off a little bit first.
Okay, we'll come out to the middle for instructions.
Who's the favorite in this one?
Well, I got to tell you, it's tough to call. You know, you look at Luke Harris's record, 1-1.
Okay, gentlemen, you're both aware of the rules. Let's have a good, clean fight. Listen to my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Touch him up, come out on the bell.
Tough to say. Dan Chambers is really tough. And again, like I said, that loss to Andrew Buckland kind of threw him off for a bit because he's on a good winning streak. But Luke Harris training for the American top team, who knows what to expect, especially now that Luke's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Fighter, are you ready?
Vern Gorman is our referee. Round 1 of 3 scheduled underway. And the first right hand landed from Chambers, both wearing white shorts. They tie one another up.
Wow. That there was
rolls Chambers to the ground.
That was a Japanese judo throw. Look at the muscles on Luke Harris. That is inhuman.
Chambers in trouble already, and a submission within 30 seconds. Luke Harris improves to 2-1 with the victory over Dan Chambers.
Just sit down for a second. Okay.
Well, I got to tell you right there, he wasn't breathing, folks. Dan Chambers was definitely completely unconscious for about 30 seconds. And right now, you know, he may be standing on his feet, but he does not know what's going on. He was definitely unconscious there. And Luke Harris came in with a lethal victory. And now Luke goes 2-1, and unfortunately, you know, Dan Chambers goes 13-8. And it's tough to see a guy kind of going on his way out after having such a promising career. Let's hopefully Dan Chambers can regain his composure, build himself back up, and get a few wins under his belt. In the meantime, Luke Harris, it's time for him to celebrate his win here tonight at King of the Cage Canada. Going 2-1 with Team Threat. Look at Team Threat right now. You guys, what an amazing team. But yeah, here in the replay, you can see there, Dan Chambers started off well with a good right hand, but Luke Harris, dominant, up against the cage. Amazing Japanese judo throw. Bam! Right on top of the head. Dan Chambers right there alone must have taken some serious impact in the head. Then Chambers, standing guillotine. Pardon me, Harris, the standing guillotine. Muscles coming out of every orifice of his body, and bam! Takes him to the ground, and there you see, completely unconscious. And Luke Harris with a victory. Almost looks like a middleweight boxer.
Harris, a physical specimen, and using his strength to his advantage there in that first round submission win over Dan Chambers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee Vern Gorman stops the bout to the guillotine choke at 27 seconds of the first round. The winner of this bout, Luke Harris.
That does it. Luke Harris with the victory here over Dan Chambers wrapping up a great night here at Rexall Place. Some final comments after Drew Dalby talks to the winner, Luke Harris.
That's time for most people to do anything, and it's enough time for you to get a very decisive win here in Rexall Place.
Thank you very much. I train with a tough team, Team Threat, these guys over here. I owe it to them. Train with them every day, so.
All right, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up one more time, Luke Harris.
All right, well, there you have it. Luke Harris. Victory is what he got, and he got that devastatingly. Dan Chambers left unconscious on the cage floor. Luckily enough that Vern Gorman was quick to get Dan to his feet so oxygen could go to the brain. But you know what? That was one hell of a fight. Unfortunately for Dan Chambers, he's had a couple losses this year, and let's hope he can recover. He's a great fighter, but Luke Harris, all that training in American Top Team sure paid off. What a lethal fighter and a lethal specimen.